beautiful Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for mid-March right through to mid-April 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, so I'm doing this reading on the 18th of March, which means the full moon is in Virgo. That gives us an extra boost of energy to really strategize on our plans when it comes to our career and really sort of streamline our attention to go after what it is we want to achieve, okay? Also, during this time, just be a little bit mindful that we can get a little bit critical about ourselves, our career, or what we've achieved so far, because that Virgo full moon makes us really overanalyze things. So please show yourself some compassion and shift any negative self-talk during this time as well, okay? There is a call to faith during this time. Now, you know what? I've been what's really wonderful about your reading, I sort of do a meditation before your reading, and I focus on the cards, and I do like a little pre-shuffle to get your energy. And whenever I do any reading, I always start with the major arcana cards to get your overall fated energy. This is the second time this evening since I've been trying to do your reading. I actually have been called to use these cards first, which is so bizarre. And we've got these cards that you need to remember, okay? And it's so funny because this card keeps coming up. This is the first card every time. These 2 cards, they've come up for the first time, but this is the second time this has come up. And I use my intuition, okay? I trust my intuition, and it is number 15. So if you've been feeling that you've been blocked in your career in some way, or if you've been lack of motivation or drive, I feel like you're going to reconnect to your center. Please try and really connect to your third eye, because you just know you're going to be successful at whatever it is you're trying to achieve. You may have to play the long game. You may have to you may be sort of diligently working away on something, but I feel like there's something here where sometimes either you don't trust your intuition or you feel like you're not enough in your career in some way. I feel sometimes you doubt yourself, and Spirit is starting really strong. Like, these cards I use right at the end, but they are adamant that I use these cards first, and that is unheard of in any of the readings. So there's something about tonight's full moon in Virgo and you being reminded that you need to trust your intuition and that you are ready, for this, and that you are enough, okay? You are enough. I feel this is about your confidence and trusting in your abilities, your talents. I feel intuitively you do know that you're going to be very successful, okay? But sometimes you may have moments of self-doubt, and they're actually showing me that most of the time the people who have got all this like sort of bravado and confidence, they're the ones without the talent and the drive and everything like that to really back it up. But it's always the people who are so like talented and so capable of achieving great things that they are riddled sometimes with doubt or insecurities or oh, what's that? They're just giving me something. What are you calling this? Oh, they just called it something and I just missed it. Spirit, if you could give me that again, that would be amazing. Imposter syndrome. Okay, that's really interesting. So it's almost like when you get to the top or when you get to a level of success, sometimes you feel like you question whether you should be there. You absolutely should be there, and then some, okay? So I'm not really sure who needs to hear this straight off the bat. We're going to go deeper into your reading, but these are most important for you to remember. I'm doing this as reading, as I said, on the 18th of March, and it's good right through the 18th of April. So I feel like there's some big event going to occur in your career in the next 4 to 5 weeks, and you need to remember to use your intuition on this, that you are ready for this success. You are ready, okay? I feel like you've been waiting for this moment for a very long time in your life. And we've also got I am good enough, and it's number 21, which is the World card number. So that brings abundance, completion of a goal or a cycle. Very important to remember these things. Now let's get straight. As I'm picking up this deck here, they're showing me a magnifying glass. A magnifying glass. So either you are, oh wow, look at this. Wheel of Fortune straight away. There is a big event occurring in your career over the next 4 to 5 weeks. The fact that Spirit has given me a different way of approaching your reading, we got the Devil energy there as well. So that's number 15 that's come up with that I trust my intuition. The fact that they've given me a different way of doing your reading, it means that there is some sort of shift. Perhaps you're doing something differently that you've never done before. Because if we get in a cycle of doing what we've always done, we'll always get the same outcome. So perhaps you're doing something really different. Whoa. Okay, that's quite a lot of cards. We got the Chariot card, which is, of course, success. We've got the Lovers card. Now, some of you may be thinking about going into partnership, but I feel like it's about following your heart, okay? We've got the Fool card here, which is a bit of a leap of faith, and we've got the Hermit. So, interesting energy. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I do your reading. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? We've got the Five of Cups. We've got the Nine of Wands. So there's something here where you feel like either you've lost motivation or drive on something, and you've been feeling a little bit blocked in your energy. As I said, we will go deeper. Things are getting a bit chaotic with the deck, which means there's radical change coming here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. We've got the Empress energy, which connects to that card there as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding their career? Can you please show them what they're meant to see for their highest good? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. They're giving me a song right now. As I'm scrying in the water here, they're giving me a song. Oh, okay. So interesting. They're showing me an image of a racehorse at the same time. So I'm not really sure if they're connected. But this, whoa. The song that they're giving me, it goes, whatever it takes. And then it goes a bit muffled, but it says something about feeling the adrenaline in your veins. Feeling the adrenaline in your veins, whatever it takes. So I'm going to have to look up those lyrics, okay, just so you're aware. I'm seeing that your hard work is definitely paying off, but whatever it takes, I mean, whatever it takes, you feel the adrenaline in your veins. Okay, so I can't tell you what that song is. You know what I want to say? And I know that there is a band called this. I want to say Imagine Dragons. I want to say that. So maybe that's the person or the band that sings that. So I'm going to have to look that up. So don't quote me on that. I'm probably really wrong on that, but I'll check it out anyway. But at the same time, they're showing me a horse, a racehorse that is like, you know, it's almost like it's galloping towards the finish line on something. So I feel like you're out in front on something and you're coming to a finish line on something, and I feel like you're going to win something, especially since we've got a Four of Wands here. So anyway, let's get to the cards, but that's the images that are coming up for you, plus a magnifying glass, which means maybe you're investigating something deeper, or you're looking at something in a different way. Perhaps you're looking at small print on a contract, or maybe you're actually using a magnifying glass as you're listening to this reading. So please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure how it does, okay? So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is you making your own luck. But you also have a little bit of extra luck coming in from Jupiter and the universe. But this is fate intervening in your career in some way. But you're not the sort of person to wait for things to occur. You're always strategizing. They're actually showing me a chessboard right now, so I feel like you're making moves where you're putting yourself in a really good position to accomplish something. And the Wheel of Fortune indicates that there's going to be a lucky break. When you get Fortune's Wheel, this means destiny meeting synchronicity. Sort of fate intervenes to bring you good karma because you've worked really hard for this, okay? This is something that you've not given up on, but I feel like sometimes you've thought about giving up on this, okay? Because you feel either there's a lack of confidence here because this is a resistance position, or you feel like you're not enough in some way. But Spirit want you to be aware that confidence is key to your success and that you are enough. When you get this card, this reminds you, because I feel like you're taking some sort of chance or risk, some sort of gamble that pays off. And I feel this is going to set you up for a really great change. Your luck is changing as well. But I feel there's part of you that recognizes, you know what, I just get this thing where I feel like you've been held back in the past. Okay, I feel like someone or something has held you back in the past where you didn't quite achieve that thing you wanted to achieve. Or now this is not going to resonate for everyone. Okay, this is very precise. What's coming up right now is an energy of there's like some sort of dynamic between you, Scorpio, and somebody in the past who may have had ulterior motives with regards to you. Like, for example, they may have found you, excuse me, very attractive or something like that. And they try to, in some way, influence a situation where they may have been a boss or something like that, where you didn't progress because you didn't match their advances. I feel like they blocked. This is something from the past. Now, this is not going to resonate for everyone. I feel like this is something that you may sometimes be a bit angry about because you're like, damn that person, they blocked my move forward. Spirit's indicating that you let that go. That's in the past, okay? Again, that's not going to resonate for everyone. I feel like there is better yet to come for you. So if you felt like there was something that you lost out on or that someone tried to block your path, it doesn't have to be that. But if you feel like there was something that you got rejected from, they're indicating that there's a silver lining in that and that you had to naturally be departed from that because you're being protected and redirected to something greater here, okay? So there is a greater plan. We'll move on from that because I feel like that was very precise for somebody. But the Wheel of Fortune indicates your experience is turning your situation around and your destiny becomes really clear to you, okay? This is success. This is you turning your success around. And we've got the Five of Cups. This is why I say there's some sort of regret or something from your past that you may have felt like you lost out on, that you have to release. Now, some of you may be actually like, you know, deciding to leave a position behind, or you maybe had to leave a position behind. This is something that's already happened, but I feel like you're in that ebb and flow of sometimes looking back at the things that did not go the way that you'd hoped, and you're actually releasing the things that are no longer working for you. I feel like you're finding an alternative way. And the most important thing is they're indicating here that you're letting go of a feeling. It's more of you letting go of a feeling. So for example, any experiences that you've had in the past may have knocked your confidence in your career. You're letting go of that feeling that perhaps you're not enough, because the Five of Cups can also indicate that you feel like something is missing, or that you lost out on something, or that was like a shortcoming. You've had difficulties and you've sacrificed so much, but still you feel disappointed in where you've managed to get to in terms of a position. But that's all about to change, because sorry, I just have a little itchy knee there. They're indicating that you don't realize what is yet to come, and it's greater than what was before. We've got those three, this represents 3 cups here, and we've got the 2 behind this figure. She's not even aware, and again, male or female, not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy. She's not even aware that there is something greater behind, that's in the future, because she's not focusing on that. She's focusing on the past losses. So Spirit's indicating that whatever you feel like you lost out on, whether it was a promotion, whether it was a career move, or perhaps it was you decided to give up a career to perhaps have children, because we got the Empress card there, or perhaps you put your career on hold in some way because of the pandemic or things like that. Whatever you feel like got in the way of a move forward, they're indicating you were meant to learn how to have confidence, how to sort of set healthy boundaries and know that you are enough. The Empress is someone who is very successful, who plants the seeds and nurtures a dream or a goal, who's someone who's very creative. So I feel like you're going to get a real boost of luck in terms of your creativity, and I feel like you're going to recognize that you're the best at what you do. Okay, because it takes you a long time, my Scorpios, to actually, believe in yourself. You may have a dream and that your hard work is going to take you to where you want to go. You know that you've been given that determination, that laser-like focus to achieve whatever you set out to achieve. But deep down, not many people realize that there is a Scorpio underneath, a small little Scorpio that's like, I hope I can do this. Sometimes you wonder if this is something that you can accomplish and you get a little bit worried. But then it's almost like you take a breath and you're like, well, anyway, I'm doing it. It's happening. So with this Empress card, I feel like you're brimming with potential. There's a lot of ideas. Some of you may actually be, I feel like there's like a new boost of energy, and you're recognizing that you've got what it takes to do whatever it is you set out to do. You're starting to believe in yourself, okay? You're nurturing your ideas. I mean, the Empress card is also a card of abundance. Some of you are going to be like finding a career that you can do that brings a lot of prosperity, and you'll do it from home, okay? Whatever it is that you're going to try and do, my beautiful Scorpio, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be wild and all-encompassing. I just feel like it's something other. The Empress card is like something you've been nurturing for a long time. So I feel like this is something you work really hard for, and you've been asking the universe for a sign. Are you on the right path? Give you a sign that you're going to be successful. I feel like you're going to have those signs in the next 4 to 5 weeks. They're showing me 3 feathers, okay? 3 feathers, 3 pure white feathers that you're going to see on your path in the next 4 to 5 weeks. That is an indication that there is major success coming here for you. Something you've been thinking about, something you've been strategizing, you are going to achieve it, okay? And I feel like it will bring you quite a bit of money. We're going to clarify a little bit further. Now, this could be a creative job that you've got on the side. Perhaps you're doing like a 9 to 5 to pay the bills, but there's something others, a dream job or a dream opportunity that you're hoping to achieve, and you will achieve it, okay? Now, in the resistance position, we've got the Devil card. So if I ever get a Devil card in any position, I want it in the resistance position, because it's like I got it in the reverse. So I feel like you're releasing the fear. You're releasing that, I also feel like you're releasing control. You're being a little bit more in the flow of things. The Devil card, I always say it's not an evil card. It is basically about some sort of blockage, okay? So you could have felt really stagnant at your career. You may have felt low motivation or low drive, low energy, and it may have felt, that you've been fearing that maybe you'll never get back that energy, or you've been doubting yourself. I feel like it's like false evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. And I feel you're trying to release any blockages in order to regain your passion for what you do. Also, I feel like some of you have been working really hard. Like, when you overwork yourself and you sort of burn yourself out, I feel like you're close to burnout. So be careful, my beautiful Scorpios, okay? When we've got the Devil card, we see the theatrical curtains. So we sort of recognize that what is scaring us, whatever it is at the root that we feel like there is some sort of blockage, we recognize that we can overcome this, because when you have a look at the moon there, the moon is about illusion, it is about fear, and it is about using your intuition to overcome that fear. The theatrical curtains remind you that fear is not real. It is something that the ego tells us to keep us trapped in our little box, as it were, that you can't do this, or there's someone better than you, okay? I feel like you are you, my beautiful Scorpio, and that is your superpower. As you can see, that actual shadow looks quite daunting, but when you find the root of the problem or the root of the fear, you know, then we can actually address it. Now, they're actually giving me an energy here of a fear of success, but also a fear of, you know, the amount of work that is required to sustain the success, because I feel like you're close to burnout here. So just be mindful of that. Now, when I say a fear of success, a lot of people kind of go, huh? What do you mean by that? Well, I feel as you climb the ladder, there's more responsibility, there's more work. Of course, when you're right at the top, you know, then, you know, you're actually plain sailing a little bit more. But on the way up, there's a lot of hard work and a lot of determination to succeed. And a lot of changes come with that. Some of you, like, there may be changes in location, for example, or there may be changes in some way that you feel, is this sustainable? And I feel it's really positive, but it starts to become a little nerve-wracking. I'm just picking up just a little bit of anxiety there, okay? We've also got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior energy. So I feel like you have persisted and persisted and persisted at something, a career that you've often thought about giving up. And Spirit's indicating, don't give up. Sometimes it is confidence that is lacking, or it's confidence that sometimes you doubt your wonderful self. You may feel like that you've been working really hard with nothing to, well, I feel like you've been making steady progress, but sometimes you're asking yourself, because you're so exhausted, you work so hard, whenever you are determined to succeed on something, you're always investigating it. It's always on your mind. You're always like figuring out the next move, how to progress. And I feel sometimes you need to give yourself a little bit of downtime, okay? The Nine of Wands is like caution, reevaluate your circumstances, but you got it in the resistance position, which means it's in the resistance position like I got it in the reverse. So it basically means, you know, have faith. Don't be so defensive. Some of you may have been working really hard on your own. And when you've been like working on your own and it just feels like you're in a perpetual cycle of like Groundhog Day, where you're in a habit and you're committed to your goals and dreams and dedication, but you're in a repetitive routine, you may feel a little bit numb or a little bit like losing your passion for something. And you may have started to worry, do I really want this? Do I really want to do this anymore? But it's because you've been working so hard, you have not been able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I feel like there's been moments where you thought about giving it up, okay, whatever this is. And we've got the Queen of Wands, which is a reminder to, you know, have confidence. I feel like you will get that boost back. I feel like you can be self-assured that you're going to be successful and achieve whatever it is you set out to do. Whenever you get a Queen of Wands, this is about your inspiration, okay? This is about your passion, your drive, your joie de vivre, your excitement for life. The Queen of Wands also is about creative collaborations. So I feel like you can pool with other people and find inspiration from either strong friendships or people that you work with or people who do something that you kind of do as well. You may just even notice like their videos online or something like that. I feel like your creative juices are going to start to flow again. Now, some of you may be actually thinking about partnering up in business, because we've got an Empress here and we've got a Queen of Wands and a King of Swords. So there may even be three of you in some way, but I feel this is something that's going to be very successful and it's going to lead to a lot of financial reward. But ultimately, I feel this is you following your heart, finding that passion for what you do again, that energy. Now, we've been completely zapped of energy with all the planetary alignments that have been occurring at the beginning of this year. We're having a bit more energy as we come into April there, but also with what's going on with world events as well. There's a lot going on, and you know, human beings are energy, so we're all absorbing energy and emanating energy. So I feel like there's been a lot of sort of energy where we're focusing on personal goals and dreams, but when we look on the grander scale of life, we're kind of like, wow, the world's in turmoil. It's in a really scary place right now. And sometimes you may feel like, well, what is the point? You know, there's bigger like things out there. But I feel you keep zoning in on your career as well, trying to, I feel like sometimes you need to shut off from distractions, how, you know, not just like social media, but the energy, you know, when you watch something, it drains your energy, or you meet people who drain your energy. I feel like Spirit's indicating to sort of step back from those sort of sources in order to conserve your energy. Also, Scorpio, you're when you want to achieve something, there's the good type of obsession and then there is the bad type of obsession, okay? Because I feel like you get into a bit of a tunnel, like a laser type focus, and that is wonderful, but they just want you to come up for air sometimes and enjoy what you do, okay? I feel like you're going to find that love for what you do again. Now, the outcome energy, we've got temperance, which is balance, moderation, re-examining your priorities so that you can work smarter, not harder. So I feel like the temperance card is a really important card. So of course it means patience, and I feel like you are working diligently towards your dreams, and I feel like it actually gives you an opportunity to shift things around. I really feel like it's almost like this is a mixing pot. Like there's magic here. You're turning something that is ordinary into something that is spectacular, and that is what you're good at, okay? So I feel with this card, there is magic about you, and I feel you've been making a steady place. You've been making a steady pace, and I feel you're actually aligning yourself with success, especially since the next card is the Chariot card. Now, the Chariot card is all about success, triumph, and victory. So I feel like you're being given this boost of energy to find that willpower again, to find that dedication, that passion, and you're going to be making progress and be successful in what you do. You're also going to be disciplined about your energy, and I feel like you're going to find moments where you can have a rest before burnout. But most importantly, I feel like you're starting to recognize that you bring so much to the table. You're awesome at what you do. And I feel the only thing sometimes, and please don't shoot the messenger when I say this, the only thing that gets in our way sometimes is ourselves. Sometimes we talk ourselves out of opportunities because we sabotage and we don't even realize we're doing it. But it's that little voice of fear, that little ego that says, maybe what if we fail? Okay. And I feel you're starting to recognize that actually when it comes to your career, you're actually head and shoulders above a lot of people, and you need to have a little bit more confidence and faith that you're about to achieve something, okay? And deep down, you know that you're going to be successful. You know it. You have that crown chakra that is wide open. You know you're going to be successful. Sometimes you may not know exactly how you're going to get there, but I feel like your faith is actually going to bring you to where you need to get to. Also, there is going to be some sort of move. Either you're relocating in some way, or it can mean, there may be some sort of promotion or some sort of opportunity that comes your way that you can take some sort of, they're indicating it's like a necessary move within your career, almost like a big step up or a big stepping stone to another part. So for example, like all of a sudden there may be a raise, or there may be some sort of opportunity, a new job becomes available at your workspace. I feel like you take, it's not like a sidestep, I feel like you take a move in a certain direction, which brings you exactly where you need to go. And I feel like you're having that confidence and that discipline to be on the right track to success. Okay, there's a lot of courage here. I mean, this card's literally got a horse in it as well. So I feel that racehorse energy. When you think about the Chariot card, what's really wonderful about the Chariot card is the Chariot is always guided by either horses or sphinxes, and the figure who is guiding it is in control. They are the master or the mistress of their own destiny. And as you can see though, there is never any reins in the Chariot card, which means there is an element of fate that is intervening in your life path in order to bring you to where you need to go or where you want to go. And you start off with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like you're being divinely guided towards this success because number one, you work really hard for it. And number two, I feel like you totally deserve it. Okay. We've got the Lovers card. Now the Lovers card is about choice, okay? And we've got the Chariot card as well. So I feel like there are some major decisions that need to be made in your career in the next couple of weeks. There's a personal decision. Now this could be an idea, but I feel like you're having an open dialogue with yourself to re-examine your motives and values. It's almost like you're contemplating a path to take and you're wondering, do you still have energy and passion for this part of your career, or is that something you could leave behind and investigate some other aspect of it that you really enjoy? Or you could be tweaking the plan. I feel like you end up in the same destination. You get what you want. You go for what you want and you achieve it. But I feel like you're on a bit of a journey of discovery where you're exploring a little bit more depth to your career. The Lover's card can also be about partnerships. So I feel like, there's going to be, some sort of partnership, either a person that you really look up to or someone who really respects you that actually wants to collaborate with you in some way. I mean, it could be a brand thing, or it could be a friend or a relative who says, hey, it'd be really great if we went into business, or we got this business going on the side. I feel like you invest in this thing, you learn a little bit more about it, and you're really successful at it. Mostly because your heart is involved, it's engaged, and you have that laser-like focus. You've also got that passion, that drive, and the talent to achieve whatever it is you set out to do, okay? But most importantly, your heart has to be engaged. And if recently you've been feeling a little bit of disconnect from your goals and your dreams, it's not because you don't love what you do anymore. It's because you've been burning yourself out, working so hard that you haven't been able to see the wood for the trees. That's what they're showing me, okay? So even like a step back, even if it's for a day, or, take some time out to meditate, they're indicating that you will see the way clearly. We got the Hermit energy, which is the step back, a temporary time out to see what's what. It's necessary for regrouping your energy, for retreating, to renew that sort of motivation, that drive, but it's also important every now and then in a career to step back and make sure you're still on track, because they're showing me the chessboard again. So I feel like you're very good at taking steps back in order to assess the next move, as it were. The Hermit energy tells me that you're very wise. You make some really good decisions. You're a bit of an old soul. So I feel like intuitively you're drawn to the next move. And I always feel like you're going to get a lot of enlightenment with this card. So I feel there may be something that you need to take some time out and actually some silence so that you can focus on it. Maybe a project, it may be, it seems very creative, whatever it is. Because right now, they're showing me an image that really doesn't resonate with what I'm saying, because the Empress card and the Queen of Wands both are very attractive prospects when it comes to career, abundance, prosperity, and success. Both says you have the talent, the drive, and the passion to succeed at whatever it is you are trying to. And I feel like there's someone here who's going to reach out and either inspire you or whatever you sort of creatively express, they want to work with you in some way. But the image they're showing me is in the water. They're showing me an image from a film, very famous film. It's Superman. Okay, I feel like it's the first one. I've seen the film like a million years ago, so I can't really tell you anything too detailed about it. But it's when Superman goes to visit his home planet, and there's all, it looks like selenite, the crystals that, and of course Superman has that one kryptonite, isn't it, that actually drains their energy. So maybe that's what the image is about. There's something here that drains your energy. It could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be food, it's almost like asking, what is your kryptonite? What is draining your energy? What is taking your flow or your passion away? And then release it because it no longer serves you. But I feel like it's almost like I'm being shown that you're being given guidance by someone in spirit who I almost really want to, I feel really emotional with this energy that's coming through. They're showing me that they're guiding you, and that it's almost like the message that they're giving me is, if you knew how awesome and successful you're going to be in the future, you wouldn't be worried about all of these things. If you knew how incredible it will be for you in the future, you'd have the confidence in yourself right now to know that you can achieve anything that you set out to do. So I feel like I've got this energy from the future sort of guiding you, but there's something in your world that is draining you, and I actually feel it is sometimes confidence, or making you feel like doubt, making you feel like you're not enough. So I feel Spirit's indicating to sort of believe in yourself, believe and receive. Okay. Also, we've got on this card the bear, which means endurance, and as you can see, it's looking at a lantern there for like the passion. The passion still burns for something, but it may be on a low flame right now because you're feeling a little bit jaded or a little bit fed up, a little bit cynical with your progress, because the Hermit doesn't take themselves out of like the rat race and go into the cave until they feel completely fed up or jaded or low energy, where they're just feeling like, you know, they've had enough. And they go into the cave to power up and to go into solitude mode, go off the radar in order to find enlightenment. And as you can see, we've got the star there. So there's something here you've been wishing to do, or you've been trying to achieve. And I feel like it's to find your success or your happiness. They just said build castles in the sky, build castles in the sky. So maybe that's a quote that you've got on your board or something, or that's something that you say to yourself. That's not something I tend to say, but build castles in the sky. So I feel like that's believe in the bigger picture, believe in the big dream, because you're capable of achieving it, okay? We've also got the Fool card, which indicates a leap of faith. But most importantly about this card is a recognition that it's all about the journey, and that you have the freedom to change up the journey whenever you want. Also, the Fool card reminds you to have fun along the journey, because if you're all work, 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 then it becomes something that bogs you down and you start to lose motivation, inspiration, all of those things, because it starts to become a chore and it starts to become a routine, and it starts to chip away at your confidence or your self-esteem or even your morale. They give me the word morale, okay? But they're indicating there is a big leap of faith happening here for you in your career in the next 4 to 5 weeks. And it actually puts you on a new path that is really exciting. It gives you more hope. And I feel like you are destined to sort of like climb this big ladder and just, it's almost like you launch yourself into something. So I feel you take some time out to really think about it first. It's a calculated risk is what they're giving me that you're taking in your career, and it really pays off. I mean, we got the Four of Wands, which is success. The Four of Wands is a finish line where you're being celebrated. So if you're ever asking, are you on the right path? The answer is yes. This card is about preparation, but also perfectionism. So some of you may be, you know, maybe your kryptonite is perfectionism, for example, that you always feel like you want to achieve this great thing, but you always feel like the timing is not right, or the piece of art that you're creating, it's not quite right, so you've never quite finished it because of perfectionism. So just be mindful of that. That does connect sometimes to the devil energy. The Four of Wands indicates that you are in a new creative phase and that you are in sync with your desires, and that actually means you're aligning yourself with success, okay? Also, Four of Wands can be about creative collaborations or reuniting with people that you haven't seen for a while, and you all come together to create something amazing. So I feel like this is a time for happiness, for joy, for celebration when you get this card. And I feel like there's some sort of win or celebration that comes in for you in the next 4 to 5 weeks, okay? The Eight of Wands indicates there is a change. Also, Eight of Wands means that there is news, okay? There is quick news that comes on in that changes everything. It is something to be celebrated, is what they're giving me. It's something you've waited for. But I feel they're indicating here it's going to be hard work. I mean, you've got double 8 at the end. Whenever you start to get a Wheel of Fortune, you start to see numerical synchronicity and meaningful coincidences. So that song's come back again, Whatever It Takes. Because I think it says, because I love the adrenaline in my veins or something, or I feel the adrenaline in my veins, something like that. So either you hear that song, whatever that song is, because I'm going to have to look it up. Either you hear that song before this reading, or you heard it before the reading, or you'll hear it after the reading, or you'll hear it just before this good news that really comes in. The Eight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles indicates you're learning as you go, but at the same time, there is enjoyment in what you do, and that will change everything. Once you start to release the pressure off yourself, my beautiful Scorpio, and find the enjoyment in what you do, then you will start moving forward a lot quicker, okay? Also, with that Eight of Wands, I feel you're about to achieve something that you've been trying to achieve for a while. All of a sudden, there's a sudden, like, gaining of momentum. There's, like, quick changes here. Speed, action. It's like something comes to a climax, okay? And I feel like you're in the flow, okay? This is a movement forward, they're telling me. This is a movement forward. I mean, both those cards, the Chariot card and the Eight of Wands, is some sort of either relocation. Some of you may be thinking of working in a different part of the country, or a little bit further out from your town, or you're thinking about relocating in terms of an office, or maybe you're taking your work and working from home. So there's some sort of physical change, I feel, for some of you in your career. The Eight of Pentacles indicates that yes, you're working really hard, and you're the master at your craft. You're awesome at what you do, okay? There's nobody better. But they're kind of indicating that the more you do something, the better you get at it, okay? And I feel like you've been in this repetitive cycle, and I feel like whilst you've been honing your skills and you've been you're awesome at your craft, whatever it is you want to be successful in, they're indicating enjoying it is like half the battle. It feels like it's not work. And there is more money coming on in as well. I feel like you're building a foundation. I feel like when you get this card, this is about you developing a strategy to move ahead. And I feel like you're reaching your goals, okay? You've reached a time for perhaps applying a new way of achieving that goal. It doesn't mean that you're not on the right path. It means that you've discovered a new way to do something that's going to lead to a lot of success. And we've got the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is someone who is a visionary, someone who is very intellectual, someone who strategizes. It's really important because you've got a love for what you do and the capability to manifest, because the Empress card manifests abundance and works really hard for it, and is very creative. Then you've got the Queen of Wands, which is about confidence and passion. And then you've got the King of Swords to back it up, which means you've got the logic, you've got the planning, you've got the strategy, and you are a truth seeker. So I feel like you're being really honest with yourself, and I feel like you're capable of analyzing the situation and taking action to achieve what you set out to do. You're being clear about your intentions. This card is about power. It's about authority. And as I said, it's a visionary. You are a visionary when you get this card. So I feel like you've created a very strong foundation that your future self will actually thank you for, okay? Now, some of you may actually be thinking about working abroad, because this card can connect to international energy. So, the King of Swords can also be you thinking about being your own boss, being an entrepreneur. And I feel like it will bring in a steady flow of money, but then something happens all of a sudden and it totally kicks off, and it's going to be very successful, okay? I'm just going to pull one more card before we close the reading. Thank you so much for it, guys. Okay, when I say one more card, Spirit says they have other ideas. We've got the Star energy, we've got the Two of Wands. So they're indicating that you've had a little bit of confusion as to why you've not been moving forward, okay? And we've also got the Temperance card in the reverse, which indicates you may have felt a little bit out of balance. So that Star card is like you've had a real test of faith, and you may have felt like low inspiration, or you may have felt, a little bit of negativity creeping in, and because the vision that you had for the future has been delayed, or some sort of plan fell apart, and it could have been that the pandemic, some plans that you had has fallen apart and you've had to find an alternative route. But I feel like you are successful in whatever it is you chose to do in spite of it, okay? We've got the Temperance card, which is, a little bit of chaos that you may have been going through, or you may have felt a little bit disrupted in your energy, feeling out of control sometimes. Could be that obsessive energy. They're just indicating about the, take some time for you because of burnout. And we've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about your dedication, okay? And you are very dedicated. You got it in the upright. You're someone who could be working within a traditional set of guidelines, and I feel like you're the sort of person who is very expressive. You're very different. You're very original in your energy. And sometimes you kick back against the system, okay? And I feel this is you knowing some inner knowledge, some secret knowledge, and employing it in order to almost like readdress something traditional. I feel like it's almost like you learn the rules in order to break the rules, okay? And you're not doing it just to be bold and, rebellious. I feel like you're a trailblazer, and I feel you're doing something really different. Now, the Hierophant is also about, not just knowledge and wisdom, but it is about the subconscious mind, faith, and, you know, having that vision and meditating. So I feel like they really, you know, in order to combat, you know, low energy or inspiration and, you know, feeling lack of faith and being disjointed, they're indicating come back to your center, connect to a higher source, and you will, the way will be revealed. Okay. So I do feel like your dedication will pay off. If you're thinking about partnering up in business, they're indicating that this is a real, this is a really great contract between you and the other person. It's like a marriage of minds. You're all on the same page. And, you know, this connects to Taurus energy, which is about hard work and being reliable, money coming on in. And I feel this is a really positive state to be in. Bizarrely, they asked me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? Anything further? Okay. So yeah, the Page of Wands is in the reverse, which indicates that low energy, feeling maybe a little bit bored or struggling with passion for what you do. And I feel sometimes it may have even, because I feel like you've been so committed that you may have felt like you're not moving forward, or that you've been working so hard that you feel like your freedom has been, your wings have been clipped in some way, and you've been feeling a little bit like stuck in a rut, is what they're showing me, like this groundhog kind of energy. We've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse can be about workaholism, okay? It can also be about perfectionism and ambition. And sometimes when we've got that, you know, in the upright, that's like you're working really hard and you're going to get to where you want to go, and you must enjoy what you do. This is such an important card for enjoying, because you got the Eight of Pentacles here as well. Enjoying what you do is important, but they're indicating when we get into a mode of perfectionism, or you know, we feel there's something that we need to fix within ourselves or our plan, we start to get a little bit disappointed. And they're indicating that this is just a temporary thing that you've been going through because you've been working really hard, that you're like on the verge of burnout. And we've got an Ace of Swords, which indicates there is a major breakthrough. Whenever you get an Ace of Swords, that means, you know, triumph, success, you know, new ideas coming through. This is about power. This is about discipline. This is about being responsible to be honest with yourself, gain clarity, and have conviction to change your circumstances. I feel like there is a real breakthrough here in, if you've been feeling a bit in a funk recently, and I feel this is you having that success. Destiny and fate intervene to bring you that law of karma. And you also get like meaningful coincidences whenever you get this card. Things start happening with great speed. And most importantly, they're highlighting the crown chakra. You know that this is going to occur. You can feel the energy changing. You don't know when, but it's going to be towards mid-April, is what they're showing me. There's some really good news, because swords are about communication. They're about the mind. So some really good news comes on in that changes everything for you, Scorpio. And this is the breakthrough that you've been waiting for, that you've been working for this whole time, okay? So I feel like it's another step up in where you want to go, which is very exciting, okay? Trust your intuition. Yes, you are ready, and know that you are enough, okay? I'm just going to get a trinket before we close. Okay. Oh, we got quite a lot. Now, as soon as I touch this trinket, it is a flower. They said, Scorpio, stop and smell the flowers. So, I mean, we just got the horn outside as well from a car. So I feel like they're saying, take some time out for you. Take some time to be present, okay? I feel this could also be fresh ideas as well here. Also, I mean, we're coming in, well, we're in spring, of course, but I feel like this is a new energy, a rejuvenation energy that's coming through here. Now, some of you may actually have just bought yourself a bunch of flowers, because they're showing me daffodils, okay? They're showing me daffodils. So either you just bought some daffodils. If that's you, there's something in this message for you. It may not resonate for everyone. Whenever they show me daffodils, because they've got that like trumpet kind of bit right at the front, it always tells me that there's going to be news, really good news, that like maybe a new start. Some of you may be starting a new job, or be offered something new that really gives you something to think about. Whether you take it or not, that's your call. They actually want me to put it on the Fool card, okay? We've also got a butterfly, so transition period, but I feel like you're coming out of that chrysalis stage of waiting for something to happen. I feel like you are ready. This is you emerging ready for action, to be everything that you've always wanted to be, and then some. I feel like you've always been this, but now you recognize having that confidence is the key to your success. They want me to put that on the Chariot card because I feel like there is movement forward for you. I mean, they gave me right at the beginning, you're going to see 3 feathers. They've given me a feather. That is such an important symbol when you, over the next 4 to 5 weeks, 3 feathers, pure white is what they're showing me, okay? They'll be in like a little, they're not all together, they're in like a little cluster. It's like one is here, one will be like over there, and one is over here. They're in like a triangle cluster, okay? But they're not all clumped together, just so you're aware. They want me to put this on the Chariot card as well. And we've also got angels watching over me. So again, that image from that Superman film is coming to the scrying bowl. So there is someone in spirit guiding you, and they want you to be aware. Your future self just is so grateful and proud of you in this moment, because the struggles that you've been going through, you're going to move past those and into something greater, okay? And if you could see your life in the future, you'd be just so happy, okay? Because your determination to succeed, your talent, your drive, your passion is something that will achieve great things, okay? So, I mean, either you just watch that film, Superman, or you see an advert for it or something. There's something about that film as well, that there may be a reference to it over the next 4 to 5 weeks, so look out for that too. But the way that they're showing me the crystals, it looks like selenite. So maybe some of you just bought some selenite, okay? Or you've just been holding it or something like that. So please take it as it resonates. And of course, they want this on the Chariot card as well. So the Chariot card is the main card, obviously, of this month for you, which is movement forward, victory, and success. I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Scorpio. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, and love and light.